like 10 minutes long. So I'm Judy. I'm a rising senior. I'm going to be an RA in Wilson. And today we're going to talk about campus ministries. So I have with me Krista from RUF and Dylan from the Catholic Center. I'm a rising senior. I'm going to be an RA in Wilson. And today we're going to talk about campus ministries. So I have with me Krista from RUF and Dylan from the Catholic Center. I'm a rising senior. I'm going to be an
Okay.
Dylan, you're listening to our live feed as you're presenting.
Okay, yeah, that close. What was that? Okay.
At first, I thought it was Krista who was saying, I'm going to be a rising senior. I was like, wait, Krista doesn't sound like me.
Sorry.
Judy.
It's okay. Yeah, so I belong in AIB. Well, very, very, like, vicariously belong in AIB, so that's why I wanted other people to come on and talk about campus ministry, because I am not the most faithful of attendees in AIB. But anyway, Krista, do you want to do your intro?
Sure, yeah. Hi, I'm Krista. I am a rising senior. I'm in RUF for Reformed University Fellowship. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and Krista and I are in the same a cappella group together.
Cool.
Yeah. And Dylan, what about you?
Okay, hello, I'm Dylan Tamayo. I'm going to be a rising sophomore, and I am a member of the Duke Catholic Center.
Yeah. You know how I know you, Dylan? So Cynthia's my best friend, and she was in Das Boot with you.
Oh, right! Oh, you were there.
Yeah, and then she told me about this freshman who was getting lunch with every single person in Das Boot. And then she told me about this conversation that you guys were having during lunch when you were like, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. And then you're like, okay, so this is the point in a conversation where I start talking about my faith, but you're not Catholic, so I'm not sure what to talk about.
That was like a lunch I really enjoyed with Cynthia. Actually, it was really great. Getting to talk with her. It was actually like we wasn't really planning for that to go in that direction, talking about faith and stuff, but it was really great. Just being able to talk with someone on like a very pretty deep level.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't you talk about like why you're involved in the Catholic Center and what programs the Catholic Center holds throughout the year?
Okay. Yeah. So, before coming to Duke, I really, I was involved in my faith. I didn't really do too much. It was kind of important to me, but not super important. Once I came to Duke, however, I started to become heavily involved in the Catholic Center, and it really, turned on that how important faith was to me. And now, I'm a very heavily involved member, and I really want to bring that to other people at Duke. I'm just gonna talk about everything that we have to offer, I guess. I don't know. Of course, there's Sunday masses for Sunday Catholic masses, 9:30 and 11 in the mornings at Goodson Chapel, and now with the chapel being reopened, we'll be having masses there at 9 p.m. Sundays. We have daily masses for people that are interested in going to that. Also, we have holy hours on Wednesday. That's where we can gather to sing praise and worship songs, have a reading and a homily, and also experience Eucharistic adoration. That's some of the stuff that we have on the religious side. And socially, and one of the great things about the Duke Catholic Center is that it's like a very heavy social aspect, and you get to meet so many amazing people. So the home base, I guess, for the Duke Catholic Center is the Falcone Arena House, which is located just off of East Campus, and it's just like it's a hangout space for students to gather, just to spend time together, hang out. We also have events there. For example, we have Tuesday night dinners, 6:30 p.m. And it's really.
I have to say, I did sneak into some Tuesday night dinners, and they are delicious, it's super cheap. It's super cheap, and you get to meet people. Yeah,
it's not just for Catholics. Yes, it's at the Catholic Center, and it's run by the Duke Catholic Center. But it's really for anyone to just come in, stop by, get some dinner, meet some people, and just hang out, talk. It's really great. It's really fun. In addition, we have Bible study groups, which are weekly meetings where you'll meet with a group to just discuss gospel reading and just hang out, get to know each other. In addition to that, the Duke Catholic Center also has several retreats throughout the year. I think one that's very important for freshmen, if they're interested in going, is our beach weekend, which is this weekend of September 9th. And that is, the retreatants are all freshmen. They're with sophomores leading their groups. It's really a great time for freshmen. They come, they don't really know each other yet, and they may or may not be super involved in the Catholic Center yet. It's a good time for them to meet other freshmen in their class and see the kind of retreat side that is there. There's also other retreats such as Duke Awakening. That's later throughout the semester. There's also Thursday of O Week. There's going to be an ice cream social for the Duke Catholic Center for people that are interested in coming to that. Yeah, that's about it I have so far. Yeah.
Okay. I think that was a great plug.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I like the first campus ministry that I had contact with, even though I am a Christian and not Catholic, was the Catholic Center. I think one of my friends brought me there for a Tuesday night dinner, and
Right.
some of my first friends at Duke were people that I met at the Catholic Center.
Yeah.
So I have not had experience with the religious side, but the social side is definitely like really, really good. And whenever you go to the Catholic Center, you will find really nice people there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Krista, you want to talk about RUF?
Sure. So during the first week of classes, there are a couple kind of religious life fairs to help you get to know all the campus ministries, not just the three represented here, but there's also Crew, Wesley, PCM, and Chi Alpha. I mean, there are tons. So you'll get to see the Catholic Center and AIV and RUF there. And so that's where I met Crawford, RUF's campus minister. He's been at Duke since my freshman year, so we've gotten to kind of know him and like grow with him for 4 years. And so we have this like adult presence who kind of is able to guide us and preach for us. His lovely wife, who also is a really big part of our like community. It's very close knit. A lot of us have been in it. You kind of grow with the group, and so I think it's a really strong community in terms of like being there for each other outside of campus ministry and outside of just Tuesday nights. We have large group, and then there are also small group Bible studies, but just hanging out outside of that and getting Chick-fil-A on Mondays or whatever, or not on Mondays and never actually Chick-fil-A. It's called Chick-fil-A Monday, but who knows? And that sort of thing. A lot of us are in like different a cappella groups, especially Something Borrowed, Something Blue, which is a Christian a cappella group, so I know a lot of RUF people from that. So RUF is affiliated with Presbyterian Church in America, but you don't have to be Presbyterian to be in RUF. I'm not Presbyterian, but that is like, we do go, many of the members go to those churches, so we sponsor like rides to churches in the area. If you're not interested in going to the chapel for church, like Church of the Good Shepherd, Christ Central, which is in downtown Durham, and so kind of upperclassmen who help you get to different churches on Sundays to get to know Durham community outside of Duke, and a lot of get to know the community and people who are involved in like campus life or campus ministry from a church standpoint, not just on campus. And then we have usually brunch afterwards to get to kind of know each other in the first couple weeks because it's super overwhelming. And then there's freshman Bible studies, specifically for freshmen that are led by, I believe they're all sophomores this year, but maybe some seniors. And RUF is like pretty close-knit, I would say, which lends itself to like, even if you like, you might get along really, really well with your small group leader and then end up being like best friends with them next semester because it's not this weird like age dynamic. You're like, oh well, like we got along so well then, and now we can be really good friends. We also do a couple fun social things. We try to do things like at least once a month. You know, sometimes it's casual movie night, like during finals, or we usually do a murder mystery dinner in like February. We do, I think we did a Vermonster challenge one time. There's lots of Rita's Italian ice eaten during O Week, midnight pancakes during O Week. At the bus stop after one of the night events that goes super late, we give out pancakes. So I think there's a lot of, and there's also opportunities to like do community service together as well as socialize and do fun things. So we kind of try to do a well-rounded way of doing things that involves like our motto is know, love, and serve God and community. So we get to know more about God in like our small groups and our weekly like large groups, and then also loving and like loving through each other, and then serving in community service. So I think it's a really well-rounded group, and I really have enjoyed being in it for the past 3 years.
Okay. Cool. Let me talk about AIV, even though I've only been to like 2 meetings in AIV. So Angela, shoot, what was her last name? I forgot what her last name is. Oh my gosh. So anyway, there's this upperclassman. She's graduated now. Her name is Angela. She was like one of the first people who like took my hand and led me through Duke and showed me the way. And she belonged in IIV, so that's how I joined IIV. And I know like the approximate structure of IB is that large groups are on Thursdays for I think 2 hours, and it's like worship time, and then there's a Bible study, and then sometimes we split up into groups, into smaller groups within the large group to talk about like a certain topic, but then we'll always come back at the end and we'll share our thoughts with the entire group. And then there are a couple of small groups that you can join on campus, both on East Campus, which are made up of freshmen, and on West Campus, which are made up of upperclassmen. You can, as a freshman, you can do either, but it's just more convenient, and like you get to know other freshmen, which is a little bit more important than knowing the upperclassmen. You have to choose between getting to know either or. And then also, like Krista said, we do fun events as well. I have unfortunately not attended any of them because I was on a very strict rowing schedule when I attempted to be an IB, and so I couldn't make any of the events. But I know that IB is also a very, very tight-knit community. I still very guiltily like wave hi to people who very friendlily wave to me. Friendly. Don't think that's a word. Wave in a very friendly manner to me, because they like IIB people, and I'm sure with all campus ministries actually like love to love people, and I hope I can, like, I wish I could say this for the rest of Duke, but I don't know every single person at Duke, but like from my experience, like the people in campus ministries are very, very friendly. So what else about AIV? Krista, do you remember anything from like Samuel talking about AIV?
It meets on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm. That's large group.
Yeah,
and
the large group is on Thursdays.
And a small group meets like whatever times during the week. Different small groups meet at different times.
I would say it's like similar in my other campus ministries in that it becomes like a very like tight-knit community. They're very, very supportive of each other, and like I know like they moved large group one week so that everyone could go to, I think it was LNY, so like big performance that a lot of the members were in, because they wanted to be able to be there for them, and I thought that was super cool. I cannot speak to a ton of things, but I have a lot of friends in AIB.
Yeah, like me in AIB. The other thing about AIB is a lot of people go to Summit, which is this mega church in the Research Triangle area. So they have live sermons on Saturdays and Sundays at the Briar Creek location, but they videotape it and they broadcast it to different locations around the Triangle area. So Durham has has a location that's like super close to East Campus. Actually, I used to walk there with some of the AIB leaders every Sunday. So like a lot of people go to Summit, but also like just because you go to a different like a campus ministry doesn't mean that you have to go to a certain church. We're really open about that, and also like Krista said, when you come on, there'll be lots of there'll be lots of options for you. We'll have like this entire fair where you can talk to different people and figure out what your best fit is. And I think, Krista, didn't you switch from crew to RUF?
No, I've always been in RUF. I think a lot of freshmen go to both.
Jackson switched from crew to
Yes,
RUF.
that's Jackson you're thinking of. Yeah, no, a lot of people go to multiple ones in their first couple weeks of freshman year just to kind of, because there are so many.
Yeah.
And it's really good to get to, kind of know people and all of them. I would say the Christian community in general is pretty tight. I said tight like 8 times tonight. The Christian community in general, everyone kind of knows each other. So even if
we're tight.
we are tight.
We're tight.
We are like spandex in that we are closely located. I can't think of any more synonyms. Everyone kind of knows each other is what I'm getting at. And so even if you're like not in, if I'm in RUF and someone's in crew, I still like know them and I probably know all their friends because we might go to church together. Like I went to Summit for 2 years, and even though a lot of my friends in RUF went to different churches, and so a lot of people in AIV went to Summit, so it's like I would run into them there. So you still see people at church, even if that's not like your campus ministry, which is another really great thing.
Okay. I think you guys serve justice for your organizations, and I kind of also talked about AIB. Are there anything else that you guys want to talk about regarding campus ministry?
I don't think so.
Okay. Dylan?
I don't know. I guess I'd encourage students to just get out there. Just really see what you're interested in. You really don't know what you'll find until you try it out. And because for me, I really was not expecting how great my campus ministry would be for me, and how much impact it'd have on my time at Duke, short as it may be so far. But yeah.
Yeah. Life is like a box of chocolates. Duke is also like a box of chocolates. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Anytime.
This is a great answer session. I hope the people watching actually learned a thing or two. And also feel free to ask us any questions. I think I'll leave our contact info somewhere like on the Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop this broadcast now.